Hello, 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 and welcome to Illusion Fox Gaming. So today we're going to be doing the quest Newfound Journey, which is for the Rising event here in 2022 in Final Fantasy XIV. Which actually, I want to change classes so that way I'm properly. I do it as Blue Mage. Wandering Minstrel has a request for an experienced adventurer. Ah, if it isn't my dear adventurer friend, pleased am I to see you again. Have you perchance come to join us in remembering the calamity? If you have a moment, there's a favor I'd ask of you. Will you not hear me out? In part due to the promotional efforts during the recent Moonfire Fair, more people are seeking to take up adventuring. Not all are yet wise in the ways of the world, however, and I fear they might fall prey to less principled types in Ulda. If one such as you were to help them on their way, I would feel more at ease. What say you? Will you not take a fledgling adventurer under your wing? I am truly grateful. Now, I believe the carriage is due to arrive shortly. If you go and wait at the gate of Nald, chances are a soul will wander in who has just embarked upon the path of adventure. Pray greet them and offer your help. Worry not. You'll have no trouble identifying them. You need but look for someone absorbed in their surroundings. I dare say, it'll feel like glimpsing into the past, right to the part where you are greeted by a helpful stranger. I give it a moment to load. Oh no, it's the destination. I wasn't seeing it. Who are you? An experienced adventurer, you say, and you want me to help me on my way? Well, I could certainly use some guidance. I've never been anywhere near as big and busy as Ulda. My name is Nagi Jakya, but just Nagi will do, and as you rightly guessed, I'm an aspiring adventurer. That's why I left my village and came here. So, I understand that you first need to register at the Adventurers Guild. Do you know where it is? Just through that door, is it? Thank you, I'll head there at once. It's up before we... In and out, in and out. Come on, Nagi, you can do it. Oh, it's you again. To be honest, I'm quite nervous. It's heartening to have you here, too. Why, hello there. What can I do for you today? Well, it's here to register, is he? Yes, madam. I wish to join the Adventurers Guild. My name is Nagia Jakya, and I'm 16 years old, practically a man grown. Aren't we a lively one? Momodi's the name, and if you want to be an adventurer, then you've come to the right woman. There's nothing to it, really. You just need to write your name in this register. Come, come! With that, you're officially a member of the Adventurers Guild. If you ever need a bit of advice about one thing or another, pay me a visit. Just don't go bother me every time you stub your bloody toe, alright? Of course, I do enjoy hearing it tell of a gentleman's woes with women folk from time to time. Now then, normally I'd offer you the grand tour, but in my present company, I reckon you ought to have it from her. She's a renowned adventurer after all, the bleeding champion of Eorzea, and you could do far worse than to get her advice. He's just like, wait, what? To begin with, ma'am, you could recommend a guild here in Ulda for Nagi to join. If it's too noisy in here, there are benches just outside where you can have a nice little chat. I must confess, choosing a guild is quite daunting. I'd appreciate any advice you can offer. Let's talk guilds. I'm all ears. A merchant was in the carriage with me. A bray something asked me much the same thing. Isn't that the merchant that first we started the entire adventure off with in the very beginning of the game? At the time, I couldn't give a proper answer. I had a reason for leaving home, of course, but I couldn't express it in words. But having now set foot in Ulda, it's become clear in my mind. I wanted to know what lay beyond the horizon, wanted to see it with my own eyes and be amidst it. You've been to many places, right? You like it, then? Traveling, that is? So you do. I have an older sister. During the calamity, we fled Gridania and took refuge in a village in the mountains. I ended up staying in a secluded place, and it's long been a dream of mine to travel the world. But inexperienced as I am, I don't know if I could live a life on the road. Is there a guild that could equip me with the skills I need? I see, a place where I can learn how to protect myself and others. If I recall correctly, Ulda is home to the Pugilists and Thaumaturges guilds. Of those two, I choose the Pugilists. I've always enjoyed rigorous exercise, and I'm quite confident in my physical abilities. Yes, I believe this is the guild for me. I'll go and join at once. Thanks for your concern, but I should be fine. If you still have time, though, could we meet again afterwards? There are a few more things I'd like to ask you about. Great, I'll look for you when I'm done. He didn't return, eh? was a most impressive display, young one. Watching you, I'm reminded of myself in my youth. Swift, strong, and handsome. Not to say that I'm not those things anymore, of course. You're too kind, Master Hammond. I'm sure you're still all those things, and more. Now, Noggy, take care you don't flatter the old man over much. His neck couldn't bear his head getting any larger. Oh, I'm glad to say that the pugilism agrees with me. My thanks for your recommendation. So you're the one who sent Noggy to us. The lad possesses true, rare talent, and I look forward to watching him grow in our art. Right then, my boy. Remember today's lesson well and keep at your training. Next time we shall try something a little harder. I'm sorry for keeping you waiting. So engrossed was I in the combinations, I lost track of time. Oh, I should mention something. As I was training, a peculiar minstrel approached me. He said that if I'm resolved to walk an adventurous path, I should seek him out for a task. Moreover, he asked that you accompany me. If you're willing, he's apparently waiting at the Ruby Road Exchange. Wait, I passed him. Son of a bitch. My friend, wow, you have done a splendid job as a guide. I was right to entrust the task to you. What do you mean to say? Illusion approached me at your behest? She did, I must confess. You see, for my next composition, I seek to capture the essence of the times. While any number of subjects would be worthwhile, of greatest interest to me is the recent rise in the ranks of adventurers. And thus, bringing different generations of adventurers together, I had hoped for inspiration to strike, and I'm pleased to say that it has. Drawing upon your experience walking your path, you have helped Nagi to begin walking his, a reminder that the present owes its existence to the past. That is to say, the present and the past are deeply entwined. If we would capture the former, we cannot well disregard the latter, and this brings me to my next request. I ask that you each find an object with a connection to the calamity, the event which gave rise to the realm's rebirth, and present it to me with its tale. Well, now that sounds not unlike a treasure hunt, and it'll be my very first task as an adventurer. What do you say, Lucian? Shall we do it? Excellent. When you have your items, pray seek me out at the Ruby Road Exchange. I eagerly look forward to seeing what you bring. There are many vendors at the Sapphire Venue Exchange, right? Chances are they'll have something, so let's begin our search there. Come on, let's begin looking around. Oh, is this a local cuisine? Goodness, but everything looks amazing. In the course of your journeys, you must have sampled all kinds of food, from simple fare to exotic feasts. I look forward to sampling everything, too. Welcome, what is it you're after? Object of connection to the Calamity, you say? Why, I have just the thing. An amethyst ring from Ishgard, steeped in sentimental value. "5 years ago, on the eve of the Battle of Cartano, a young temple knight set out from his homeland, wishing to do his part for Eorzea when his nation would not. Alas, the man never arrived in the flats. En route, he came upon a merchant being attacked by a dragon, and lost his life going to the stranger's aid. This was his ring, an heirloom passed down through his line. What a tragic tale. But I wonder, how did the ring find its way back? If the knight fell, it seems the merchant couldn't have survived unscathed. I remember now, though the knight was mortally wounded, he succeeded in striking down the dragon, and with his last breath he entrusted the ring to the merchant. Yes, that's how it happened. So what do you say? If you're interested, I would be willing to part with the relic for a special price, but for today only. This feels a bit dubious. Yeah. Shall I look around some more? There's bound to be other things out there. Greetings and welcome to my exhibit. Please feel free to browse at your leisure, and don't hesitate to let me know if you have any questions. We're looking for objects that bear a connection to the Calamity. Do you have anything that fits the description? As a matter of fact, I do. Yonder pane, entitled the Sultana 7, depicts an inspiring event from the Calamity. 'Twas the final days before the fall of Dalamud. Its inexorable approach foretelling our impending doom. Panic spread like wildfire, while many in their desperation turned on the Sultanate. Looting and rioting broke out across Ulda. To quell the masses, Her Royal Majesty Nanamo Unamo took to the streets with a guard consisting of only 7 subjects, for they alone had the courage to stand with the Sultana. Then she addressed the rabble. Heed me, my beloved citizens. The realm lies upon the brink of the 7th Umbral Era. Yet so long as we live, we must not forget our compassion. Now is not the time to take from your neighbor, but to proffer him the hand of succor. Brought to their senses by her words, the people laid down their arms and set upon healing the wounds they themselves had inflicted on Ulda. And those who returned from the battlefield found their home much as they had left it, a gleaming jewel in the desert. Her Majesty sounds like a great ruler. Ulda is fortunate to have her watching over it. Thanks for sharing the tale. It's indeed inspiring, and you've done an incredible job capturing it in glass. So far, so good. Let's look around just a little bit more. House of Splendors, what kind of place is this, I wonder? I see you're not familiar with the house. We offer wares in exchange for scripts, but our services are available only to those whom we know and trust. So if I want to be a customer, I need to make a name for myself one day. Nagi one day. Greetings, from daily necessities to unusual curios. I deal in all manner of wares. If there's something in particular you seek, you need but ask. Objects to do with the Calamity. The two of you are adventurers, are you not? In which case, I have something that may be of interest. That's a journal I acquired from an adventurer who retired injured. The man recorded his experiences during the Calamity in detail, and I dare say it has value for students of history. An adventurer's first-hand account. I'd love to pore over it. Do you keep a journal of your adventures as well? If so, I'd love to read it one day, with your permission, of course. Oh, for another historical piece, I also have a scrapbook of articles from the Raven, Britannia's leading tabloid. These mainly cover events outside the Calamity, however. Articles from the Raven, you say? Hmm. I dare say we've seen enough. Let's find a quiet spot to discuss what to bring back. Right, this looks like a good spot as any. I don't know about you, but this was all very new and exciting for me. Talking to myriad people, learning the tale behind each object, it's been a great experience, and I won't soon forget it. Now then, we need to decide what we want to take to the minstrel. Have you made up your mind? I see, I see. I did consider that too, but in the end settled on something else. What is it? If you don't mind, I'd like to keep it a surprise. I'd hope it's not the ring. Come, let's purchase our respective items and meet back where the minstrel waits. Welcome back. You've each found an item I trust. Well, now, what have we here? The Journal of Adventure, you say? Despite the vendor's claims, such records simply do not have much historical value on account of their limited perspective and inherent partiality. Yet by the same token, they have great value to me, for they offer a glimpse into the writer's heart. There is no richer material for penning verses. Now then, what of you, young Nagi? And what might this be? The scrapbook of articles from the Raven. You see, my sister's reporter for the tabloid. During the Calamity, she traveled the realm, interviewing adventurers about their journeys, and I love nothing more than to hear her tales. They seemed like such a diverse crowd, adventurers. No two people were alike, and yet they were united in the free, unshackled lives they lived. It struck a chord with me, and in time I found myself admiring them. Looking back, it was my sister who instilled in me the desire to see the world, to become an adventurer. That's why I chose this scrapbook. I see. The footprints someone leaves on their journey become the starting point for another. Yes, a verse comes to me, a blessing for those souls who are taking their first chary steps into the unknown. Pray lend me your ears. Greetings, warrior of light. This is a world that exists outside your reality. Could it be a dream? A flight of fancy, conjured by your weary mind? Perhaps or perhaps not. Tis a pleasure to meet you again. As I have in the past, I have beckoned you here that I might express my gratitude. First of all, I wish to thank you for continuing to grace us with your presence. You and your fellow adventurers are our inspiration, and this shall never change. The world, however, is in an ever-changing place, mysterious in its elusiveness. Unexpected hardships may turn our lives upside down, and though we all desire peace deep in our hearts, the sparks of conflict never cease to be struck. Like an adventurer's journey, the world is constantly moving towards the unknown, and it takes considerable courage to alter course. Yet, I ardently believe that it is a small but significant step in our quest to create new adventures. Indeed, another great change is about to visit the world, and it shall open the way to exciting new journeys. And 'tis our abiding hope that our journey together shall ever continue on, to the distant horizon and beyond. Now, the time has come for this vision to end, time for your eyes to open from this waking dream. Return to walking your path, and know that you are in our hearts always. Till next we meet, I bid you safe travels. Thank you for the generous reward and the uplifting verse. It gives me courage for the road ahead. Speaking of which, it's time I set on my own. Though it was brief, I enjoyed our time together, and I hope to see you again somewhere out there. Though much more was lost in the calamity, intrepid souls continue to set forth, paving the way into the future. In such a moment in history do we stand, and for you I would perform another song. Your life is a riddle to bear gladness and grief, neath stars and through storms, the answers to seek. Your footprints are threads to be gathered and woven, a song of dawn resplendent, dancing high to the heavens. From the embrace of the gods, though mankind has been torn, upon winds eternal lives and memories are born. The future is unwritten, bring it rapture or sorrow. Our journey shall continue unto tomorrow and tomorrow. I wonder, how did you feel as you watched Nagi set off? Did the sight fill you with worry for a fledgling adventure? Or did it waken fond memories of your own humble beginnings? Whichever it may be, I know that yours is a journey more trying than most. There will be times when you are overcome by loneliness, and each step feels heavier than the last. In such a moment, I bid you remember this. As long as you harbor love for this world, ever shall there be a place for you in it. Your adventures will never end. and that was the Newfound Journey Quest, the 2022 Rising event. A little longer than I was expecting, but please like and subscribe and come back some other time for either another video or one of our mini live streams over on Twitch. Till next time, have a wonderful rest of your evening.